All right, let's talk about one of the biggest opportunities on the planet right now, making money with artificial intelligence. If you've been hearing all this buzz and you're worried you've already missed the boat, well, I've got some great news. We are right in the middle of a new digital gold rush, and trust me, there is still so much room for you to stake a claim.
So the real question is, are you ready for it? Are you ready to jump into this massive shift that's happening literally right in front of us? Okay, so let's just talk about the scale of this for a second. Look at this number. That's $15.7 trillion. That's what the consulting firm PwC predicts AI is going to add to the global economy by 2030. This isn't just some passing trend, you know? This is a complete transformation of how the world does business.
Now I know what you might be thinking. That's awesome for all the coders and tech geniuses, but what about me? And honestly, this is the most exciting part. The barrier to entry here, it's lower than it has ever been. You absolutely do not need to be a programming wizard to get in on this. The tools are getting easier to use every single day.
So, here's our game plan. We're going to start with this whole digital gold rush idea. Then, we'll get into finding your specific AI niche. After that, we've got two big playbooks, one for creative and content, and one for tech and services. And we'll wrap it all up with how to actually launch your AI business.
So first up, the digital gold rush. And just to be clear, this isn't some far-off thing. People are out there building businesses and making real money with these tools as we speak.
Now check this out, because this is where it gets really interesting. A survey from Go Banking Rates found that, a small percentage of people are already using AI to make passive income, around 10% of men and 5% of women. But look at the interest. Over half of men and 40% of women are looking to get started. You see that huge gap between the people already doing it and the people who want to? That gap, that's your opportunity.
Okay, so that leads us perfectly into finding your own AI niche. Instead of just throwing a giant list of random ideas at you, we're going to give you a framework, a way for you to figure out where your skills fit into this new world. Think of this table as your map. Over here we have creative and content, which is perfect for writers and artists because it's pretty easy to get started. Then you've got tech and services for the developers and entrepreneurs. That's all about building high-value stuff. And of course, there are huge opportunities in marketing, sales, and professional services. So as we go, just think, where do you see yourself on this map? Which one of these feels right for you?
So let's dive into that first playbook, creative and content. This is for all you storytellers, designers, and creators out there. It's all about using AI to turn your imagination into actual income. And a perfect example of this is making and selling AI-generated artwork. These incredible image tools like Midjourney or DALL-E have just blown the doors wide open for creating stunning visuals, even if, like me, you can't even draw a convincing stick figure.
And there are just so many ways to make money with this. You could start a freelance graphic design business. People are making around $30 an hour doing that. Or you could create really unique digital art and sell it on a place like Etsy. You could even get into merchandise using print on demand, putting your art on t-shirts or mugs with basically zero upfront cost.
Okay, next up is for all the writers out there, creating written content. Let me tell you, businesses are absolutely desperate for a constant flow of good content. We're talking blogs, social media posts, website copy. The demand is just insane and it never stops.
But wait, isn't AI going to replace writers? No way. And I absolutely love this quote from Guy Sofer over at Wix. He says, "The intention will be human, of course, but the production will be automatic." So here's the key. Your strategy, your unique ideas, your voice, that's what guides the AI. It becomes your superpowered assistant, not your replacement. All right, let's switch gears and jump into the tech and services playbook. This is for all you problem solvers and builders, the folks who want to create AI-powered solutions for other people and businesses.
And a massive opportunity right here is offering AI automation services. Think about it. So many small businesses are drowning in these repetitive manual tasks, and they have no idea where to even begin with AI.
That's where you come in. You can help them automate stuff like answering customer questions, processing orders, or managing sales leads. And the best part? You don't have to be a coding genius. You can use amazing no-code tools like Zapier or Make to connect apps and build these powerful automations. You're not just selling them tech, you're selling them their time back.
Now here's a really cool one that's popping up everywhere, becoming a prompt engineer. So think of it like this. AI is this incredibly smart tool, right? But it only does what you tell it to do. A prompt engineer is kind of like a translator between a human idea and the AI's language. It's the art of giving the AI the perfect instructions to get the perfect result.
And this slide shows you exactly why this is such a valuable skill. A really vague prompt like write about sales is going to get you something, well, pretty useless. But a great prompt engineer knows to specify the length, the audience, the tone, all the little details the AI needs to create something amazing. This skill is so in demand right now that prompt engineers are earning up to $40 an hour on freelance sites.
Okay, for our last section, let's talk about making it real. Let's talk about launching your AI business.
So once you've got your idea, it's time to build a real business around it. First, you'll need to pick a legal structure. Something like an LLC is a popular choice because it helps protect your personal assets. Next, you got to make it official. Register your business name. Get whatever licenses your city requires. Then, think about protecting your work. If you're creating unique art or code, you want to look into things like copyrights. And finally, you have to figure out how you're going to get paid. Is it a subscription? A one-time fee? Nailing these basics is so important.
But beyond all the paperwork and the logistics, if you remember one thing from this whole explainer, please let it be this. The best AI businesses are not about using flashy tech just for the sake of it. They use AI to solve a real human problem. The AI is the tool. It's not the solution itself.
So, as we wrap up, I just want to leave you with this one question. The tools are here. They are powerful, they are accessible, and they're getting better literally every single day. So the only question left is, what problem are you going to solve?